I want to make this video because I feel it's really important. Um, so I've been watching this interview that Rupert Murdoch, owner of Fox News, pretty much staged because it's an interview with from Sky News, which he also owns, like Fox News in Australia, I believe. And I don't know. There's one part that stands out to me, and it's about fair use. And he pretty much says that fair use, he wants to get rid of it, and he thinks he can get rid of it in the courts. So here's that. I'll let you watch it really quick. I believe it's about a minute long.
Yeah, but if they just search people, there's a subject, and they find 10, 20, 50 references to that subject on Google, and they look through and they say, oh, that's an interesting headline, hit that. And it might be the Wall Street Journal, or it might be the Australian, or the Daily Telegraph. And when they click it, sure, they get the page or that story that's in our paper. But, who knows who they are or where they are, and it's not, they don't suddenly become loyal readers of our content.
The other argument from Google is that you could choose not to be on their search engine, that you could simply refuse to be on, so that when someone does do a search, your websites don't come up. Why haven't you done that?
Well, I think we will, but that's when we start charging. We do it already with the Wall Street Journal. we have a wall, but it's not right to the ceiling. You can get usually the first paragraph of any story, but then if you're not a paying subscriber, the Wall Street WSJ.com, there's immediately, or you get a paragraph and a subscription form.
And is this Wall Street Journal model what we can expect to see in your other publications or websites? The first paragraph free, but then you have to pay.
Maybe. There's a doctrine called fair use, which we believe could be challenged in the courts and barred altogether. Maybe there's a doctrine called fair use, which we believe could be challenged in the courts and barred altogether. Maybe there's a doctrine called fair use, which we believe could be challenged in the courts and barred. Maybe there's a doctrine called fair use, which we believe could be challenged in the courts and barred altogether. But it's okay. I mean, we're getting a lot of advertising revenue, and
now the thing is that this is so epically dangerous, and it's just, in my opinion, it's like the start of chipping away of freedom of speech. And oh man, I just showed you that video, and I wouldn't be able to show you that video under these laws. So let's say that Glenn Beck goes on TV and starts and instigates a riot, a Tea Party riot or whatever, and it's just it's kind of odd. And I watch Fox News in order to be able to complain about it. So I'm not just going to sit there and talk about something and say, well, but I think maybe that's also their goal, is it to start so much controversy, but there is an objective behind that. And I think ACTA has something to do with it, and it just surprised me that no news outlets are talking about ACTA, and I think there's a reason to that also, is because these are huge media companies. They have, it's in their interest to support this type of stuff. But anyways, freedom of speech getting slowly chipped away, and fair use is a powerful tool of free speech. So if I see, and I'm going to give you an example here. Here's at the New York Times. 2 German killers demanding anonymity sues Wikipedia's parent. Wolfgang Wurl and Manfred Lauber became infamous for killing a German actor in 1990. They are suing to force Wikipedia to forget them. The legal fight pits German privacy law against the American First Amendment. German courts allow the suppression of criminals' name in news accounts once he has paid his debt to society, noted Alexander H. Stock, the lawyer for the two men, who are now out of prison. And he is quoted as saying they should be able to go on and be resocialized and lead a life without being publicly stigmatized for their crime, Mr. Dobbs said. But a criminal has a right to privacy, too, and a right to be left alone. I'm going to scroll down, and of course I'll link this. Electronic Frontier Foundation was quoted as saying, "He who controls the past controls the future." So, right before that it says, that has free speech advocates quoting George Orwell. "He who controls the past controls the future," said a bulletin on the case issued Thursday by EFF, Electronic Frontier Foundation, an online civil liberties group. So anyways, I just quoted off the New York Times. That technically, because that's their words, would be, I just used it as fair use. So they could just take down anything. They add more laws to DMCA. And it's like, I read this, and I will read tech blogs and politic blogs and watch YouTube videos, and it's like, it's a barrage. You know, it's a political barrage. And I, you know, a lot of stuff I disagree with on Lou Dobbs, but he just quit CNN. But I'd like to have you listen to something here.
Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda. We're where we are. I personally, corporate power and political power that is so disturbingly similar to what we witnessed in Italy in the 1930s that it's not funny. Government control into the institutions. Yeah, we are moving toward a combination of corporate power and political power that is so disturbingly similar to what we.
Now I disagree again. I said, and people disagree, and that's just the thing. Lou Dobbs got kicked out, left CNN because of his views on immigration laws. Okay, but it doesn't. If people have different, if there's a Glenn Beck, if there's Christians on YouTube and there's atheists on YouTube, Muslims and Scientologists and comedians and stuff, if they use something as a joke, if it's like the defamation laws of religious defamation laws or something like that, you know, where you can't, that the UN's trying to pass, where you can't say, you know what, I think Muhammad is a jackass and, you know, Jesus Christ went down on him, and Scientology, Xenu, you know, does handstands on skateboards. You know, you can't. It's like, how far does it go? So, with that, I encourage people, if anybody watches this and is as concerned about it as I am, about the stripping away of civil liberties slowly but surely, incrementally, I really encourage people to make a video about it or do whatever. I mean, I got 107 subscribers, you know, so it's not like I'm gonna, you know, a lot of my videos ain't gonna get out there. But I really think that this is one issue that is going to affect everybody on here, no matter what you believe or you don't believe, or if you agree with somebody or you don't agree with somebody. So, with that, peace in the Middle East and peace everywhere.